increased more than 40% to 1.7 million. That increase is the highest in the nation, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and it's the second largest jump in the state's history, surpassed only during the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew. And an analyst at the Center of Budget and Policy Priorities, a Washington-based think tank, almost 1 in 10 Floridians is now on food stamps, and the state manager says many more qualify. Evidence of the unprecedented rise was on display at the Florida Department of Children and Family office in Miami recently, where the line of people waiting for help snaked out the door and around the corner. So we are witnessing now the economy slowly grinding down to where, I mean, it's affecting everyone. This is not the end. This is just the beginning, wouldn't you say, Brian?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this stuff takes years to play out, and really what we're undergoing now really occurred many years ago.
Yeah, it's just starting to happen, and the like you were just saying, the deregulation that took place, it's insanity for banks to make loans. I mean, you saw signs up on houses where you could get 100% or financing, or just on some 110%. People buying houses that was obviously beyond their means, and then when they can't make their payment, the bank should have to eat it. That's capitalism, not the U.S. taxpayers have to bail out the banks for making risky mortgages. This is the bank's fault and the people that made the mortgages' fault, and that's capitalism. But unfortunately, as we've reported here, we have made giant steps toward socialism. Is there something else you'd like to do there?
Yes, I have an article here I've been wanting to read here. This was actually from October 30th by Paul Joseph Watson of PrisonPlanet.com. Rand lobbies Pentagon, start war to save U.S. economy. According to reports of top Chinese mainstream news outlets, the Rand Corporation recently presented a shocking proposal to the Pentagon in which it lobbied for a war to be started with a major foreign power in an attempt to stimulate the American economy and prevent a recession. We're going to go to the phones. We have a call.
Hey, you're on the Real News.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. This is Flint Lock. I thought I'd give you a call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to make some comments about what Brian was saying earlier about all the infrastructure and all the takeover from private corporations and setting up toll roads on roads that we've already paid for. There is a solution to this, and it's called cutting spending. And I don't know why anybody won't do that, but that is a solution. I did find out here in the past couple weeks on the internet that there is two sets of books. One's the annual budget books. All governments, city governments, county governments, state governments, and the federal government, and all the agencies have two sets of books. And one's the annual budget. One is called the Comprehensive Annual Budget Report. And exactly, I've got to listen to it more and everything, but what they do basically is take a bunch of our tax money and have invested it. All these government agencies have invested our money into the stock markets and other things to the tune of several $1 trillion that they haven't spent, that pays for their health care and their pensions, and they really have to protect their babies like that. So that's a whole nother dimension of this thing I just found out about. I understand that Alex Jones has done a documentary about this, and some other fella has too. And that there is the total takeover. The bankers have taken over the currency, and now it's the grab for the infrastructure, the land, the country itself, and with the carbon taxes, it will be total enslavement. Income tax, property tax, and tax on water, and tax on air. So you're a total slave. They own you. And on what you were saying about the Michigan, you know what was going on up there in Michigan with the police doing the raid on the high school?
Yes, sir.
That is total conditioning and programming. getting these kids, got to get the young ones used to to obey the occupied military police state, that they can be searched and they have no rights. They are not taught the constitutional rights in the schools. They're not taught the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence. Just recently, we had found a history book where it spent 2 pages on the American Revolution and about 20 some odd pages on the virtues of socialism. And this was a high school history book or social studies book. And they basically talked about the Founding Fathers as rich white men that owned slaves. Talked bad about them, but talked up the virtues of socialism and Marxism. So we are in a lot of trouble, guys.
We are going to have on here 2 weeks from today Robert Winneck, which is a 15-year-old high school student who they called the police and detained him at his high school for talking about the Constitution and saying that his rights had been violated because he wanted to discuss the Constitution and real freedom, and I think that maybe is who you're alluding to. But he's going to be our guest here 2 weeks from today. His shirt was, they'd blacked out his shirt in his annual photo for wearing a 9/11 Truth t-shirt.
I remember seeing that on InfoWars.
Yeah, he's going to join us 2 weeks from today.
Do you know what state he's in? Where this is located? Where's the state?
Ohio.
Was it Ohio?
Yeah, because he's a member of We Are Change Ohio.
Mr.
Well, great. Ohio seems to be a hot spot. That's where they SWAT teamed that family and took all their food.
Mr. Locke, what do you think about all these sheep out here, the population of this country which refuse to defend their rights, which just sit back, watch American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, drink their fluoridated water and their GM foods? I mean, what is your perspective on that, sir?
Well, over the weekend, I had the opportunity to be talking to somebody who I've been hammering this information several months, and they are starting to wake up. Slowly but surely, they see what's going on, and I told them exactly what's going on, and that's what I tell people. I told them about We Are Change and the young people that I see on the videos of We Are Change confronting the Goliath. Now, this guy's a preacher, and I told him, I said, I feel shame. I feel shame come on me when I see these young people. That makes me cry. These guys are confronting Goliath, and we sit back and we know nothing and we do nothing, or very little, some of us. And I think through the internet and just keep doing what we're doing, what you guys are doing, is the only way to wake them up. I was thinking about that this morning. Most people, they don't care if the New World Order came in and took all their rights away. As long as they had a plasma TV and a football game to watch, they would gladly be slaves.
I agree with you. We got another phone call. We're going to try to get as many on as we can, but Mr. Locke, we certainly do appreciate it, and feel free to call in anytime.
Well, let me just end real quick here. On the front of the Daily Paul, on the front page on dailypaul.com, they've got a video here, Homeland Security USA, the show that's coming on. I guess this is the advertisement for it, and it says, they don't call it programming for nothing. Okay, I'll see y'all later. God bless.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, you're on the Real News.
Yes, sir. I'm just wondering how many people skipped history in high school. I know I skipped a few classes, but I sure took in a lot more than what other folks had taken in because they're not saying anything. And I agree. We're becoming nothing but a bunch of sheep. And if, God forbid, and like you say, may God save us all, Hillary Clinton is going to be our Secretary of State, we're in trouble.
Absolutely, and we always say, I mean, what does it take to get people motivated to even just defend themselves? And I mean, through incrementalism, the New World Order, I mean, they just push it more and more and more. People just sit there.
I mean, would you not think that this horrific bailout that is complete sellout of the middle class, yourself, your children,